March 8th, Monday, 2021, man. Salute to the Real Talk family. Thank you guys for tuning in once again, man. Don't forget, man, share the video, like the video, comment, drop your comments, and all that, man. Real Talk TV, we're going to get into it. I figured today, man, what I wanted to talk about was how easy it is to get caught up or labeled inside, a county jail, a prison, or whatever the case may be. And as far as myself, I've been labeled like 3 times or 3 different things, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. So we're gonna get into it today, man. Alright, so it's like probably like 2006, 2007, something like that. It was the early 2000s, right? I get bagged on some humbug charge and shit. And I was with this girl, I ain't gonna say no names, but I was with this little chick, right, from South Jersey and shit. And what had happened was when I got picked up, you know what I'm saying, it was some bullshit. So they transferred me back to Elizabeth, to Union County, to the jail and shit. I get, I go through the process, all that, when you come in the door and, get your uniform and your little dirty ass snack and you waiting to get, sent up to 4B, which is reception. I've talked about that before, though. For those of you that are new and don't know, reception is in all jails, all prisons. You know what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you get there, they're going to quarantine you for whatever, however long it is. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a couple days, sometimes a couple weeks, depending on how many people are going, in and out. Now, I know for Union County, you know what I'm saying, it depends on, like, how many people are going upstairs, that, if there's any room or whatever. But yeah, you go to 4B and you basically just sit there. You know what I mean? That's where that's basically where everybody dries out. It gives you time to like adjust and get your mind, adapted to the situation that you're now in. You know what I'm saying? Because county jail is not prison, but I know a lot of county jails from personal experience that, they might be just as bad as some prisons. You know what I mean? Definitely Union County, Essex County, Bergen County, you know what I mean? Like shit like that, I know is it gets crazy in there, you know what I mean? As far as like the quarantine now with the COVID and shit, I haven't, thank God, been to jail, so I'm not 100% sure how that works, but I do know for a fact, like, you're not getting any contact visits, you know what I'm saying? You're not getting no visits. I'm pretty sure, like, on a tier or whatever, they have some kind of rule in place where you're only out a certain amount of people, certain amount of time, shit like that. But I assume quarantine would be regular, you know what I mean? You like 4B, you go in, whatever, until they get you a bed. Once you hit the tier, I'm not 100% how it's working that, now with the COVID and all that shit, but I would assume everybody's on lockdown. Like I said, I know in Union County you can't get contact visits anywhere, everything through the window, so it's a little different. But so yeah, I'm there, right? Early 2000s. And get locked up on some bullshit. So I'm writing my shorty back and forth, you know what I'm saying? They getting everything ready, you know what I mean? Trying to get me out when I go to court, this, that, and the third. So I'm sitting up there a couple weeks or whatever it is, and shorty decides to send some pictures through. You understand? Like, cause I don't know, when I was with her, we was big on pictures. We took a lot of pictures and shit like that. That's really like the only time in my life I think I have pictures from. Real talk. Like, I don't have no baby pictures or none of that. I told you in my story, all that shit got left behind. And, once I really got heavily involved in the streets, I wasn't really taking no pictures. You understand what I'm saying? You might catch a few out there, me, you know what I'm saying? Me and some of the crew or whatever, but nothing crazy, you know what I mean? But, yeah, so she sends me this letter, right, with some pictures in it. So she tell me, you know what I'm saying? I think I talked to her on the phone or something. She told me, yo, like, I sent you some pictures. You got a letter coming, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, I bet. Couple days go by, I don't get the letter. I'm like, damn, like, the fuck? I know she said she sent the shit, right? So I'm sitting in the cell. Next thing I know, they slide the mail under the door, but it's got a piece of paper attached, stapled to it and shit from SID, which is like, the internal investigation you know, people and shit, you know, they investigate everything, all the gangs, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, other cops, people, they, you know what I'm saying, like, it's crazy. Long story short is a letter attached to it saying some pictures had been snatched out because they were gang related and that they had labeled me a Latin king. You understand? Now I've never been affiliated with you know, Latin kings, none of that. I mean, I fuck with them heavy, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of you know, primos and shit like that, you know, where I'm from in Elizabeth, that I fucked with, you know what I'm saying? Whether it was in jail, whether it was on the street, you know, there was a few of them that I fuck with heavy, you know. But at the end of the day, that's not what I was. So to be labeled that, one, is dangerous because now the police, you know, think you're affiliated with this gang, you know what I'm saying? Two, it affects where you stay at and all that shit, you know what I mean? Because they'll try to put you, you know what I mean, with like other kings, you know what I'm saying? Facts. And not only do they, you know, when you're labeled, house you with your own kind, sometimes, like, because in my case I wasn't a Latin king, so when they labeled me that, I'm telling them now, like, I'm not signing no papers, no none of that shit, you know what I mean? If you put that, you put that, right? Because when you do that, sometimes they'll throw you in a motherfucking tier with people that kings are beefing with, just to see, like, if you really a king or not, you know what I mean? Just to see if they gonna jump on your ass or not. Like, the police play dirty, man. They'll label you, you be like, nah, I ain't that. Like, if you blood, I ain't that, da-da-da. They'll put you on a crip tier. You know what I mean? Just to expose you, and then now you got it, you know what I mean? You gonna get jumped or whatever, you gonna kick up. But they're gonna come to get you, and they're gonna remove you from that house, and now they're gonna label you what you really are. That's how they play. So it's not just like, oh, they label me this and they'll put me with kings, because I'm good with kings, you feel me? But like, the police play dirty, man, and they'll set you the fuck up and put you somewhere where, you know what I mean, you got enemies, or they think because they think you a certain, repping a certain gang, they'll put you somewhere where that gang's enemy is, just to try and expose you and shit. I went through a lot of shit, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, man, this shit is not what it seemed like. This shit was crazy. They call me out, right? They take me into this back room and shit, and they showed me the pictures, right? It was me in front of the projects and shit in Newark, and I had on a black and gold fitted, and I think some black and gold Nikes or whatever, and I had my, you know, my association's beads on, you know what I mean? But it was just the outfit, you feel me? Long story short, they're like, yo, what's this about, you know what I mean? And then they had some other pictures, like with me and the pit bull, you know, the dog we had, and my beads on and shit like that. So they questioning me about all that, and I'm like, bro, like, I'm, you know what I mean, I'm not that. Because the crazy part was, right, when I had came in, they were taking pictures of all my tattoos and shit, and they automatically, what, you blood, whatever, because of the teardrops and all that. They thought I was blood. So that was on the paperwork as well. I'm like, hold up. I'm like, you call me in here for some pictures and shit. I'm like, I'm looking at the papers. It's like, yo, when I came in, you labeled me blood, and now, you know what I'm saying, this picture come through, and now you label me king. I say, yo, I'm not none of that. You understand what I'm saying? But it just goes to show how easy it is to get caught up, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't. I was never involved, you know what I'm saying, with any other movement except my own. So, you know, it's a dangerous situation, you know what I'm saying? And police put labels on you and shit and put you in certain places and shit. If motherfuckers don't know you, if your kick game ain't right, where, you know what I'm saying, you can stand up, man up, and then explain your situation afterwards, bro, you can find yourself in some serious shit, you know? So, long story short, she sent the letter, they got the pictures, they labeled me 2 different things in the county jail, right? And you know, like I said, I'm from Union County, in and out of there all the time, know people from all over, and you know, everybody knew like the shit was fraudulent or whatever the case may be. But like I said, man, it goes to show you could be caught up and labeled just that quick, and then you're done, bro, because that's what the system thinks you are now. So whatever happens, they're gonna assume you're a part of that, you know what I mean? And then later on down the road, I had went when I went to prison and shit, they had evacuated us. It was like, I think it was like 2013 or something like that. They evacuated the whole Southern State Prison. Some people went to Southwoods, like the visiting hall and shit like that. Some people went to Northern State. I was one of the ones that went to Northern State. We went to the trailers and shit. I think we were in E-trailer or something like that. Yeah, I believe it was E-trailer. But like literally they moved the whole fucking prison because of a hurricane or something, like a tornado warning or some shit that was coming through. In Southern States, all little raggedy ass trailers, you know, propped up on bricks and shit. They're like, you know, they're tiers, you know what I'm saying? They're big ass trailers, but there's like mad different wings to each unit, you know what I'm saying? So they moved the whole jail, right? And we're over there in the trailers in Northern State. We're sitting up there. I think we were there for a couple days or whatever the case may be, and SOG runs in. Now, mind you, bro, we don't have shit, you know what I'm saying? We couldn't bring nothing with us, this, you know, this, that, and the third. Like, it was rough. You know what I mean? And then they run in there like, what are you looking for? No, you know what I mean? There's nothing here. Nobody even has property. What the fuck? But long story short, they run down, right? So they pull me and my man Thanx out. Thanx was my ride. Yo, that was my bro down prison, man. Everybody knows Thanx. I ain't gonna give his government or whatever, but you know, Thanx was a solid dude. And me and him rocked together hard. So when they came in, they automatically eyeballed the two of us, you know what I mean? Two white boys, we all tatted out, you know what I mean? My man got the bald head, little stocky dude from North, you know what I'm saying? Harris and shit like that. But they pull us out immediately, you know what I mean? Get the fuck out here, throw us against the wall, they strip us down, you know what I mean? What gang are you involved in? This, that, and the third. Now, my man Thanx got a bad back, and they got him, like, cramped up on the wall, like, in some fucked up ass position and shit. And we're sitting there talking shit, you know, they fucking with us, smacking me in the back of the head. Next thing I know, you know, like, Thanx did some, I don't even know what he did, but they jump on him, boom, they jump on me, we both down on the floor now. They take me into fucking some room and shit, because they seen the tattoo on my arm and shit that, you know, it says Nieta. So, they call me in the room and they're like, yo, you're labeled this. I'm like, bro, you know what I mean? I'm not none of that and shit. And they're like, well, what's up with the tattoo on your arm? I'm like, yo, that's my girl's name, right? So I get smacked. Boom. I'm in the room like, oh shit, they beating on me, right? Oh, that's your girl's name? You think you funny about it? I'm like, yo. So long story short, man, Northern State ends up labeling me as a Nieta, which I am. You know what I'm saying? That's what I ran with in prison. Never glorifying, never, you know what I'm saying, you know, pushing that agenda, you know, like that's the thing to do, because it's not, you know what I'm saying? It just, for me, it was good, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was introduced to it when I was real young, I listened and I was taught, and I was like, you know what I'm saying, I was feeling that. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying, I can live by that. And I spent most of my life, you know, in and out of jail. So every time I got locked up, you know what I mean, those are the bros I'd run with, you know what I mean? I ain't with none of that, you know what I mean, weirdo shit that people be talking about and all this, that, and the third. You know what I mean? Like, nah, we don't do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. So, you know, the type of niggas I be around is a different breed, bro. And, yeah, man, it was just crazy how they did that, bro. How they labeled me like that, you know what I mean? So many different things. Finally, until I got to Northern, and then they labeled me, you know what I'm saying, what I'm supposed to be. And then I went, even after that, they packed us back up, and they sent us back down Southern after, you know, the storm cleared or whatever the case may be. But, yo, brothers was in there in lockup in Northern. They was housing people in lockup, and the power went out. So there was brothers down there fucking from Southern State that got transferred to Northern State. They was sitting in them lockup cells in pitch black, bro. Pitch black for like 2 days. It was, yo, bro, that was crazy. And that wasn't the first time. That was the first time it happened. But I think yeah, matter of fact, it happened twice, I believe. Might have been 3 times, but I know twice for sure. The second time they transferred us due to a storm or whatever, we all got sent over to Southwoods, and we was all in the visiting hall and shit like that. There was like, bro, there was so many people in that visiting hall, so many, you know what I mean, roll-ups and spreads and shit laid out on the floor. Bro, bro, people was wilding, like, we blew up the sockets lighting cigarettes and shit, bro. Like, they was trying to charge people with that and everything, bro. Look, when I was down Southern State, I don't care what nobody say about Southern State, bro. when I was down there from like 2011 to like 2013, and even after that, you know what I'm saying? But I got moved to the camps around 2014. So, but like the compound between 2011 2013, bro, that shit was lit, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't no soft ass shit. Like, dudes was getting busy. Like, you know what I mean? Them tear fades was definitely on. Like, bro, that shit was wild. But yeah, man, it just goes to show, bro, like, you can get labeled and then you're done for in the system. You know what I mean? Because anything that jumps off with that group, they're automatically throwing you in there, whether you had something to do with it or not, because that's just what comes with the fucking gang shit. You understand? You don't have to do nothing. But because you claim something and your bros over here went and did some shit, they're gonna wrap you up in there and try and, you know what I mean, send you down the pipe. Because that's what they do, man. That's what they do. It's us against them. Shit's real, man. I also wanted to get into another story about when I got bagged for the case that I did all the time for. But we're like 15 minutes in, so I'm gonna say that for next time. But STG labels are real, man. You know, the people you hang around with, the people that you always around, they might be repping a certain thing, you know, and even though you're not guilty by association, fam, like it can happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's, you know, even with like people running down and shit, you know, with that gang shit, you know, people hopping out, running down, you know what I mean, shooting at people, jumping people all the time, you know what I mean? You might not be that, but you're there, bro, so you get whatever come with that shit. Like, it's real, man. I just wish people would wake up, man, because I see all these channels and everybody's talking about prison stories and war stories and gang shit. It's just like, bro, I don't want to be the one to make this shit seem like it's the thing to do or to glorify it, because it's not. You know what I mean? And I'm starting to notice lately, like, these kids, man, like, they don't have any option. It's like either you stand 10 toes and you know, you bang and you do your prison time, stand up shit, regular shit, or you ratting. You know what I mean? Like, what other options do these kids have nowadays? You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has to be down with something, and they feel like they gotta be down with something in order to get any respect. Like, it's either that or you soft, you a rat. You know what I mean? Or you a square, you a neutral. It's just so fucking confusing, man. We gotta have better options for these kids, man. Like, for real, because I'm starting to feel like a lot of this shit I did influenced a lot of the younger kids, but you know, that was coming up around me or behind me. And you know, I feel bad, man, because I steered them in the wrong direction, because at that time in my heart I felt like that was it. You know what I'm saying? This is it. Like, I'm riding for this no matter what. You know what I mean? If anybody disrespect, like, we going there. You know what I mean? We taking off. It's just, I don't know, man. I pray that shit get better, man. Like, I pray there's just so much going on nowadays in this world, man. You have so many options. The phone in your hand, bro. Like, turn it into something positive. You know what I mean? Filming all this shit, people jumping out and doing shit to girls and trying to rape girls in the train, subway stations in New York and all this crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like, bro, stop recording shit. Like, help out. You know what I'm saying? Do something positive. I'm not the best at this YouTube shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. I just make videos and I give it to you real raw and uncut. You know what I'm saying? As simple as that. You know, I would love to be a YouTuber. I would love to figure out how all this shit works. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I'm not that tech savvy, you know what I mean? And even when I watch the videos, like, from my brother Warpath on Check for Rec, definitely go check out his channel. He gives a lot of good information about how to get your channel going. But, like, I'm slow, man. Like, I need somebody to show me the shit, let me do it, so, you know what I mean, I understand that way. Like, I had to do it to understand it. But at the end of the day, man, we're gonna keep these videos coming, man. That was just a quick, short little story about how you could be labeled, how you could be mixed up, and the shit that comes with that, man. I thank you guys for tuning in, man. We're gonna get that other video uploaded as soon as possible, man. Basically, I'm gonna break down my time on a Crip tier before I got sent up for prison, and how that went with me being the and all that. Next time. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. Your boy Tones, aka Twin, aka my brother's keeper. You already know.